Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Vape Age page. Vape Age subscription. We're going to do reviews on shit. We are going to rant and rave and describe the life of owning a shop. I currently own a shop in Victorville. It's by the name of Vape Age, but it was once called Tobaccoville Smoke Shop. So if you want to go ahead in the comments and call me a fucking Tobaccoville demonaire, I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. Well, I'm about 3 weeks off the cigarettes. And I don't have a single bit of tobacco in my store as of today. I didn't have to do that, really. The reason I did that is because I wanted to become more into vape. I wanted to get the companies, get the right companies, get the good liquid, make more money, which is really what a lot of you companies are out there doing. I'm finding that a lot of companies are preaching a movement, and as I came off cigarettes, I feel like, yeah, there's kind of a little bit of a movement, but where I don't get it is where this movement really clicks. You know what I mean? Because I'm from Victorville. I'm not from fucking Santa Ana, San Diego. High income. Everybody out here is real broke. They kind of really afford too much of this shit right here. So we got a couple shops up here. I got my shop, and we've been selling clones. Excuse me. Oh, you don't like clones? Fuck you. And because where would your clone game be without where would your liquid game be without your clones? I don't know. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm just trying to be real about it. I mean, you really care about people quitting cigarettes, then what the fuck's the big deal about how the manufacturer makes them? You obviously really don't want people to use them if you just want them to only have devices. So you're telling me a guy that makes $700-800 on a check at the most. Maybe he's got kids. He's a smoker. He's got fucking rent, bills, cell phone, electricity. So he's supposed to be afford a 200-300 mod. Or are you telling me this is just a rich man's sport? I find that pretty fucking ridiculous. And I don't really have any patience for people like that, to be honest with you. They come in my store every now and again, and they flash off their real mod that they're so proud of, and they usually just seem like assholes. Their wives usually don't really give a fuck about their vaping. They usually have a cheap, shitty one that their husbands force them to use, and they just so they could have something together. I don't know. I mean, what's the point? I mean, obviously the point is to get people off of e-liquid, get people off of cigarettes. Sorry. Oh, and then the point is to get them weaned down to 0 to 6, from 12 to 6 to 3 to 0. Yeah, yada yada yada. I don't give a fuck about that. I tell people straight up, look, you're an addict. You're gonna be addicted to shit your whole life, no matter what. And whether I got this from Joe Rogan, and whether it's scratch tickets or cheeseburgers, you're gonna be addicted to something. There's gonna be something in your life that's gonna be you're gonna be holding on to. But the real point is that in this market, you're gonna come at people for not having for not buying the real thing. But how are your liquid games gonna do? How do the liquid companies feel about that? And this is really where it came into my smoke shop, because we weren't really a real smoke shop. We sold some cigarettes, we had wraps, and we had papers. But the thing you have to understand about Victorville is it's a relatively ghetto suburban community with about 3 surrounding cities, which are heavily dense, populated, well, heavily for a small rural area. 4 to 500,000 people is quite a lot of residents. A lot of smokers, a lot of people that can't really afford fucking mods. I mean, the amount of K100 kits I've sold is right now probably in the 100 to 200 region. The amount of atomizers I've sold, just as many. But I was been selling shitty juice because I couldn't get real juice because you companies wanted to separate this whole smoke and Vapelife shit. And now that and now honestly, now that I quit smoking cigarettes and I vape, I do see. But I'm a real person. I see what it's about. I'm a businessman. Shit's about money. You know what I mean? And I don't want big tobacco taking the money. I don't really give a fuck about big tobacco itself, and I'm not really out to help out big tobacco at all. But what I am here to help out is the common person. So when you're coming up into the game looking like, oh, I'm a manufacturer, I fucking got a CNC machine and I have manufactured tubes and they're worth $300-400 and blah blah, my craftsmanship, bro. You fucking put in a program and you ran a machine and it spit out a mod. That ain't hard. That ain't work. That ain't fucking hard labor digging a ditch. You didn't build a fucking log cabin out in the woods. Alright? I know it took designing and I respect that, but that ain't shit. Making your liquids, half of them are crap. All your liquid companies out there, crap. This right here, gold. Liquid motherfucking gold. And you know why? Because they took their time to build it. It ain't like every fucking jump out the woodwork, I'm on that Vapelife company, sell you some shit, 550 wholesale. Oh no, our shits is the shit because it's in a glass bottle. That 7 months ago, nothing was in a glass bottle. In my world, now everything's in the glass bottle, and just because it's in the glass, it's good. Fuck all that. Now, which brings me to my other point: the game in Victorville. Oh my God, the fierce competition of, you're supposed to be a community, and you look like, to be honest with you, we've been doing rebuilds and mods and digital vaporizers and addies, and I've hooked up every single person that's come through my store, and I've done nothing but help people save money. I haven't fucking you know how much money I fucking lost? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I have this lady who I hate to mention, who was sitting here and bad mouthing everybody, okay? And now this is a part of your guys' your community, your fucking quotation finger community that doesn't want to have anybody to sell, and she thinks her store is gonna be the only thing that sells. Bullshit. You see this right here? You see this right here? This is not going bankrupt, bitch. All right. You ain't the only store in the high desert, and we're coming back. We're coming back. Actually, we've never left. We're still going to be there. Now we're just going to take more of your business. Take more of your business because we have customer service. We treat our customers with respect. We don't have 15 guys behind the counter who can't even fucking service somebody when they walk in the door. If there was somebody that came in my store and didn't get greeted within 2 minutes, I would fucking flip. I would flip my lid. First of all, I'll cut off whoever I'm talking to be like, 1 second. Hey, how's it going? How are you guys doing? I'll be right with you. Every single fucking time. And anybody that comes through my store will know that. We may not have the greatest selection on variety, but we treat people right and we do shit right and we know our shit. And we're tight as fuck. Alright? So, when it comes down to the liquids, I want to put my liquid in your store. VapeAge, the store, VapeAge wants your liquid. It wants that shit in there because we have salesmen that can sell. We have good customer service, and we know all about builds and safety and this and that and this brick and mortar. They like to try to tell people they don't know what to do. You know what? Well, why don't you try fucking teaching them, huh? Why don't you try taking the time, getting off your fat ass, and fucking worrying about your fucking gauges, and then start telling people about this shit. I've seen people that won't tell people about building because they want to charge them $10 to $15 to get their build. They won't even tell them nothing about it because they just want to build. Like, you liquid companies are doing nothing to check your vendors. Nothing. How they're treating their customers, you don't care about how they're treating your customers. You don't care about none of that. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying, man? Fuck the VapeAge. The VapeAge! The VapeAge! The VapeAge! The VapeAge! More videos to come.